Frost for his 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm really glad that my Republican colleagues want to continue the Democratic historic efforts to rebuild America's manufacturing sector and revitalize local economies, an effort that has led to the creation of over 700,000 manufacturing jobs during President Biden's term. But the goal is not simply just the quantity of jobs, but also the quality of these jobs as well. We have to be focused on creating manufacturing jobs and working conditions that allow workers to actually prosper and support their families. This includes rules for better worker safety, increases in OSHA inspections, an emphasis in prevailing wages when awarding federal funding, and working closely with organized labor. Mr. Hersh, how does a unionized manufacturing workforce benefit workers and the manufacturing industry?
Thank you for the question. It benefits in several ways. Number one is it attracts a high-skilled workforce with good wages and good compensation, and it retains them so that they can accumulate skills on the job that get fed back into the production process. Number two is it gives the workers from the shop floor who understand the production process the ability to contribute and work with management in designing and more efficiencies and improving production, as well as on innovating in products.
And how does the unionized manufacturing workforce also benefit the people who buy their products and the people in the community as a whole?
Well, this is something that Henry Ford recognized when he started paying a living wage to his workers back at the turn of the previous century. He recognized that for workers and communities to be able to have the consumption to meet the growing production capacity of our economy, they needed to be paid a decent wage. So unions help provide that decent wage. When unions go away, the wages of manufacturing jobs decline. We have been adding manufacturing jobs, but on net, in large part, these are in parts of the country where labor standards are quite low and not very well enforced. So while manufacturing has been expanding, the quality of those jobs has been in decline. Essentially, we're creating American maquiladoras.
And union apprenticeships can also help us significantly boost manufacturing by helping provide us with the skilled and reliable workforce that's needed. Mr. Hersh, what do these moves tell us about the quality of manufacturing jobs that Trump policies will create? And the moves I'm talking about are the fact that President Trump has tried to convince workers that his policies will be good for them, while at the same time working aggressively to attack collective bargaining rights and the agencies responsible for protecting worker health and safety.
Well, I think Commerce Secretary Lutnick has given us a clear vision of what these jobs will look like from the Trump administration. He says that Americans should be screwing little screws into iPhones. Now, these are not the jobs of the future that are going to make our country prosperous again.
The Trump administration also is working aggressively to strip Americans of their regulatory protections. This is a problem for all of us as industrial hazards go beyond the factory door and extend to surrounding communities as well. Without these protections in place and enforced, these hazards threaten our drinking water, the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the products we use. Some would have us believe that it's a zero-sum game, that you have to pick one or the other, zero regulation, rolling everything back, or regulation at the wazoo and no one can do anything. But I think with the use of course, technology and a skilled workforce and good workers, we're able to have a world where everybody can thrive. Mr. Hersh, how do current regulatory protections keep manufacturing workers safe, not just at work, but when they're home as well?
These regulations exist for a reason, and often they're working so well that people have long forgotten the problems that they were put in place to solve. When we take them away, there are going to be problems again. What they will do is shift the costs and the risks from the companies who are doing this to the workers, to the communities where production is happening, to the country as a whole and consumers. You know, people don't want to have polluted water and polluted air in their communities. They don't want their kids playing on a playground where there's toxic chemicals in the air. They don't want to go fishing where there's toxic chemicals in the water. So these regulations play an important role in preventing that. And the way we could be using tariff policy instead of this chaotic and indiscriminate approach, which is disrupting and causing so much uncertainty, is we could be using this to create a regime of high standards, whether it's for worker rights or whether it's for environmental protection, whether it's for stopping the pollution of carbon emissions, putting those costs back onto the goods that are being produced abroad without those protections.
Thank you. I yield back.